Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Tonight we are cooking farmhouse potato and chicken casserole. Here's what we need. This will serve 4 and it's going to start off on the stovetop and then into the oven. Come on in and I'll show you what we need. Alright, so I've been getting all the ingredients ready as I do. And it's a bit late, so this is going to be lunch for tomorrow and then freezer for the rest. Alright, so we've got 6 tablespoons of corn flour, salt and pepper, 4 chicken joints. I'm using 4 chicken drumsticks, 50 grams of butter, 25 mils of oil, that's olive oil in there, 900 grams of potatoes peeled and quartered. I've got those in water so they don't go brown. 4 rashers of bacon de-rinded and cut into strips. There we go. 50 grams of mushrooms quartered. I have some in the freezer so I grabbed a few out. 6 shallots. Cut them up. 150 mils of chicken stock. That's made up from the powder. And finally a tablespoon of chopped chives. I haven't chopped those up yet, but they're going on the top. So we also need a casserole dish or something to cook the casserole in. And we are also going to need a frying pan. So grab that frying pan and let's head over to the stovetop. Okay, so first up, with the corn flour, we're going to season it with the salt and pepper. And then we're actually going to sprinkle it over the chicken. So, if someone says to you seasoned flour, what it is normally flour with salt and pepper. This is corn flour with salt and pepper. Now the good thing about using corn flour is corn flour helps to thicken sauces as well. So technically we're doing 2 things at once. Alright, so that's our corn flour. We have our drumsticks. What I'll do is put the drumsticks on the plate that I had the colander on. And I'm just going to put the corn flour over the top. Over we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, now just roll them in this. Alright, so they're rolled. Now don't get rid of the excess because we will be using that. Okay, I've got my frying pan ready. So we're going to heat the fat and oil. So the fat is the butter and the oil in that frying pan. And then we're going to fry the chicken until it's golden. So come on over and we'll get that going. Okay, so I'm just trying to get the last bit of olive oil out. So that one is there. So we're going to get that nice and hot. And then we're going to get that chicken on. Okay. So while that's heating up, we will get the oven-proof casserole. We're just going to spray that. I'm going to use this one because I find it's always really good. It fits everything in it. And if I need to put a lid on it, I can always just put foil over the top. If you've got a big casserole pot that you can put a lid on, it will probably be better if you can use that one. But if not, just get almost like a roasting pan. Okay. We just want that to get pretty hot, but we can start to get these in. There we go. Alright, so set that other corn flour aside because we'll use that afterwards. Okay, so I've just finished stir frying the bacon, the shallots and the mushrooms. So just going to get they're in with the chicken. Just going to put the stock in here now. This will basically just deglaze the pan. I'm going to put a bit of extra water in with this. Only because I don't feel like it's much water to go in with it while it's cooking. Okay. And the rest of the corn flour, I still reckon I'm going to need it, so I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top. Okay. You can just sprinkle that over. The potatoes are going to go in there as well. I'm at the theory where because it's a casserole and it's going to cook in the oven, that it is going to need a bit more liquid than it says it does. So I am putting a bit of extra liquid in it. And hopefully it's not a bad move, it's a good move. So I'm just going to get the potatoes. And I realise I've got it balanced at the back and it's probably not the best spot to have it. But unfortunately my kitchen's a bit cramped at the moment. There we go, now you can see. Alright, so I'm just going to place the potatoes around. Once this comes to the boil, we're just going to tip it over the top. Actually, I won't even bring it to the boil. I'll just wait until I've got all the potatoes in. And the potatoes were cut into quarters, so I probably would have done them a different way, but if anything's going to hold up a recipe, 9 times out of 10, it is because of potatoes, so that's what worries me a little bit. Alright, I'm going to turn this one off now because it is coming to the boil. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's bring this down. Okay. I always like to sit anything that goes in the oven inside a tray just in case it happens to bubble over. Now you might think, oh, you're saying you haven't got enough water, how's that going to happen? But you never actually know. Now that I've added the extra water, it's come quite a bit of a way up. Alright, so that's what it looks like. It smells good. It smells like chicken stock, which I guess if you're familiar with cooking, you'll know what chicken stock smells like. Okay, so this is just we are going to cover the dish. That was what I was thinking. So back to the original thing, if you've got a dish that you can put a lid on it, that's the best option. If not, you're going to have to use foil. And this actually will help it to cook a bit quicker because with the lid on, obviously, everything's all enclosed. And I don't have a casserole dish this big with a lid on it. So actually we'll go this way. Alright. So this is going to cook for an hour. So the good thing about this dish is you put it on early enough and you can go and do some other stuff while it's cooking away in the oven. Alright, I'm going to see you in an hour, and then all going well, everything will be cooked, and all we'll be doing is just putting some chives on top. So catch you soon. Oh, I can't remember if I told you, you want it on 190 degrees. Okay. Okay, so I gave it another 10 minutes and it just didn't look done. So then I've given it half an hour and another half an hour. So it's actually ready now. So it just needs a good stir because all that extra corn flour is in there. So after saying that, if I did this recipe again, I would pre-cook the drumsticks for a lot longer, or the chicken. And I would pre-cook the potatoes so that it does actually cook within an hour, because even when I stab the potatoes they're still a bit hard. The only reason why I'm saying this is it is because they are going to be reheated, and obviously when you reheat things they are going to cook as well. So sometimes, and if I'm freezing it, sometimes it's good to have it not fully cooked as well, because it's cooking while you do it. So, thank you for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been farmhouse potato and chicken casserole. This would probably be one that would also be good to have done in the slow cooker as well. 8 hours on low, I reckon it would have actually cooked it a lot better. But this is probably one reason why I don't like doing a casserole in the oven, because I find that it just seems to take forever. Now, before we go to dish it up or put it in the freezer or whatever we're doing with it, you probably remember at the beginning I mentioned chives. We're just going to snip them and just put them on the top. Alright, so I'll catch you on our next adventure. Bye!